You are waiting for life to become peaceful before you decide to become strong. You tell yourself, once the pressure drops, once the money comes in, once people start treating me right, then I will finally find peace. That is the single greatest lie of modern existence. Peace is not the absence of chaos. Peace is the absolute mastery over your reaction to it. Most people spend their entire lives reacting. They are happy when the weather is good, miserable when it rains, furious when criticized, and anxious when ignored. They give every external circumstance the remote control to their emotional state. Strong people do not live this way. They build an inner fortress. They understand that strength is not a personality trait, it is a daily discipline. It is built through mental rules practiced when no one is watching. Today, we are diving into 7 mental rules that every mentally invincible person lives by. Pay close attention to rule number 4. It is the exact habit that separates those who collapse under pressure from those who thrive within it. None of this is new theory. 2,000 years ago, the Stoics proved these principles in the brutal fires of reality. Marcus Aurelius did not write his private journal in a peaceful retreat. He wrote it while fighting a devastating pandemic and leading troops along a freezing northern frontier. Epictetus was born a crippled slave, beaten by his master, yet died free in his mind. Seneca survived political exile and lived under the constant threat of execution. Their philosophy was not meant for cozy lecture halls. It was built as armor for war. And if it worked for them, it will work for you today. Rule number 1. Separate the event from your judgment. The common mistake is assuming that events themselves carry emotional weight. An insult hurts. A delay frustrates. A loss destroys. The Stoic knows better. Epictetus famously wrote, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of things." When someone discredits your work, the event is simply sound waves traveling through the air or pixels on a screen. The damage happens only when your mind adds the story, "They disrespected me." Strip every situation down to raw facts. Remove the dramatic story you are telling yourself. When chaos happens, pause and say, "This is just an event. It has no power to hurt my mind unless I grant it permission." Rule number 2. Master the dichotomy of control. Most of your anxiety comes from trying to control things that were never yours to govern. You waste energy worrying about market crashes, traffic jams, office gossip, and other people's opinions. You are trying to tame the wind. Strong people divide the world strictly into 2 columns. First, what is up to them, their thoughts, actions, effort, and responses. Second, what is not up to them, everything else. When anxiety strikes, ask yourself one question: do I have direct control over this exact moment? If the answer is no, hand it over to reality and refocus 100% of your energy on your very next action. Rule number 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. If you only discipline yourself when life is comfortable, you will shatter the moment life gets hard. Seneca advised his friend Lucilius to set aside a few days every month to live on the scantiest food and roughest clothes, asking himself, "Is this the condition that I feared?" When you intentionally invite minor discomfort into your life, you destroy the fear of losing comfort. Cold showers, fasting, waking up early, or skipping the luxury. Option once a week. Prove to your brain regularly that you can suffer slightly without breaking. Comfort is a luxury, not a necessity. Rule number 4. Conduct a daily pre-mortem. Here is the rule that changes everything. Never be surprised by reality. Weak minds expect everything to go smoothly. When something breaks, they fall apart. Strong minds mentally rehearse failure before step 1. The Stoic practice of Premeditatio. Malorum, the premeditation of evils, is not pessimistic. It is strategic preparation. Before you start your day, acknowledge that you will encounter difficult people, unexpected delays, and minor failures. Every morning, take 60 seconds to envision the top 3 things that could go wrong today. Visualize yourself handling them with calm authority. When the storm hits, you won't panic, you'll simply execute the plan. Rule number 5. Guard your attention like gold. Your focus is your life currency. Yet, most people surrender it to notification pinging, outrage baiting, and mindless scrolling. Marcus Aurelius gave us a timeless reminder. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Every time you engage with meaningless drama, you are forfeiting a piece of your peace. Stop consuming garbage. Treat your mind like a sacred sanctuary. Be ruthless with what you allow to enter your mental space, because what enters your attention eventually becomes your character. Rule number 6. Convert obstacles into fuel. When an obstacle blocks your path, the untrained mind sees a dead end. The Stoic sees a launching pad. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If someone betrays you, they just gave you a masterclass in discernment. If a project fails, you just gained invaluable experience without paying for a course. Embrace Amor, Fati, the love of fate. Do not just tolerate adversity. Welcome it as raw material to forge resilience. Ask not, "Why is this happening to me?" but "How can I use this to grow stronger?" Rule number 7. Remember you are mortal. We waste months on petty grudges, minor embarrassments, and trivial worries because we live under the illusion that we have infinite time. You don't. Memento Mori. Remember you must die. It sounds dark, but it is the ultimate clarifying tool. When you remember how fleeting your existence is, trivial anxieties burn away instantly. You stop caring about gossip. You stop postponing your goals. You forgive faster. Whenever you find yourself stressed over something trivial, ask yourself, will this matter on my deathbed? If the answer is no, drop the burden immediately. You do not need to master all 7 rules by tomorrow morning. Trying to change your entire mental wiring overnight is a recipe for burnout. True strength is built brick by single brick. Pick just one rule from this list. Commit to living by it for the next 7 days. Let it sit in your mind. Let it govern your actions when things get uncomfortable. Which of these 7 rules do you need to apply to your life right now? Drop your answer in the comments. Below, reading your commitments helps build accountability. For everyone in this community, stand firm, stay disciplined, and build your inner fortress in silence. UVE heard the rule. Now live it. This is not entertainment. This is your psychological toolkit. The crowd talks. The disciplined build. Join the circle. Subscribe for more Stoic rules for strength and self-mastery.